Hey guys, it's me Noah coming at you with another video. This time I'm behind the camera. I just kind of wanted to talk about the hero deck after the changes that's come to the deck. Without a further ado, I'm really gonna jump into it. I don't want to talk too much. Real quick, 3 Vision Hero Vion. Vision Hero Vion is the best hero in the deck. Absolutely allows you to send a hero from deck to graveyard on normal or special summon. It allows you to banish a hero, so you have to play 3 of. It's really your enabler at any point. If you don't draw Malicious and you draw Vion, you pretty much have the nuts. So we play Solid Soldier next. We play 3 Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier replaces Goblinberg, Photon Thrasher, and Tinplate Goldfish, all of the bad cards that we were playing just because they're enablers. And then we decided, and then we got the card Solid Soldier, and essentially does the exact same thing, except it has a secondary effect where if the card leaves the field from a spell effect, then you can special summon a level 4 or a lower hero from your graveyard, which definitely plays a large part in how you play around with the deck. Cards definitely super important. Next for heroes, play 3 Shadow Mist. I don't really want to talk about this. It allows you to search a change, and then if you're not searching a change, you search a hero. Triple Mally, you have to play Triple Mally. It's your enabler. I'm not explaining that. I don't play D-Draw. D-Draw is a bad card. It doesn't matter if you draw one. You just have to play out of it. Next, 1 Honest Neos. Honest Neos is the honest of the deck. It has an on-field effect where you contribute a card, but you don't ever really use that. Bubble Man. Bubble Man is your acid and vapor target. Allows you to make absolute 0. And also helps you unbrick, and so to speak. It allows you to make a lot of really cool link plays. It's super crucial, but you only need to play it at 1. Elemental Your Stratos. This card fucking sucks. There's actually like no reason to play it. The only reason you play it is because it helps unbrick hands, but it's a waste of a normal summon. There's actually very little reason to play this. The only time I ever really go for Stratos is if I have a hero lives or if I'm setting up a Solid Soldier play. Next for one of us, we play the Shan Squire. It's an Earth level 1 tuner. You need to play it in order to make the Beast Warrior, and then the BLS because it's a boss monster for the deck. Next for spells, I'm gonna fly through these. 1, 2. Triple E Call, it's your Rhoda. I don't really wanna. Triple Mass Change. You don't have to play a Mass Change the second. This one's pretty good, and it's not a cost to send to graveyard, so if something happens to your monster, you can play around it. Next for 2 ofs, you play 2 Called by the Grave. I'm thinking about cutting this and playing Ashes, just because Dark Law does what Called by the Grave does. The only reason you would not play Called by the Grave, the only reason you're not playing Ash is because if you don't make Dark Law that turn, you're normally in a really tight spot, and sometimes you do it in order to bait out the Droll and Lock. Next to Instant Fusion. Instant Fusions are just enablers. You do it so you can special summon the level 4 Earth Warrior to help you make Beast. Next for 1 of spells, I'm gonna fly through these. 1 Rhoda, 1 Foolish, 1 A Hero Lives. It's sad that this card got cut to 1, but it was necessary. Monster Reborn, Miracle Fusion. I just want to talk about Miracle Fusion real quick. Some people don't like playing the card. I think it's necessary, especially with Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero is essentially your stalemate. I think a lot of people forget how powerful the card is in a slow game state, or if you're even pushing for a lot of damage, because that and Honest Neos is 5k by itself. So 1 Poly for the Vision Hero Vion. 1 Super Poly. I have mixed feelings about this. It's really good in certain matchups, and other matchups it's a dead card. I'm still testing it. I'm gonna figure it out. Next, the 1 Raigeki, the 1 Soul Charge, and then 2 equips you play for Soul Day. And for our 40th card, I almost forgot. We play the 1 Drowning. You almost never see it, but you don't ever want to be in a situation where your opponent has OTK potential and you can't do anything about it, so playing the 1 Drowning. It's definitely the only trap I'd ever consider playing in here. There's maybe torrential, but like there's actually no reason to ever play one. And if you're serious about the deck, you can probably cut it for something. I personally like drowning. Next, without further ado, I'm gonna go straight into the fusions. This is gonna be a long one. For the instant fusion, the one Dark Law and the one Anki, those are your dark targets. Dark Law super broken. It makes so that all of your opponent's cards get banished instead of going to the graveyard. And once per turn, once they search, you can rip a card out of their hand. Anki allows you to attack directly for half, and then if it swings over a monster, you get a change. So next, you have the one Vapor, the one Acid. Vapor is super important for late game situations, or if you're going to attempt to stall for a turn, and then Acid is your back row removal. One Absolute Zero. I just wanted to say real quick, this should be a Master Hero Diane. Unfortunately, I just can't happen to find mine, so I have a second Absolute Zero because Absolute Zero is fucking cool. And the last of the heroes, you play one Adoration. Adoration's to help you unbrick with malicious hands, and also you can use it to push for a game if your opponent has a big board. And the same applies to Trinity. You only play Trinity in here. I guess a lot of people would call it a space filler. I kind of feel that way. But yet again, the whole OTK potential. Sometimes your opponent makes ridiculously strong boards, and first turn, if you don't beat them out, you lose. So just making Trinity and going, okay, because it becomes 5k when you summon it, and swinging over all of their boss monsters, and you just pass. So next for, I guess, I'll do Xyz. You only play one Xyz. You play Baguska, just because if you're making an Xyz, you're probably in a bad spot anyway. You could play that, or you could play Exciton. Doesn't really matter. I prefer Baguska as of right now. I'm probably going to test Exciton soon. The one Synchro Beast for the Holy Isolde play. And then for links, one Isolde, I'm probably going to bump this number up to 2. The one Underclock Taker, obviously OTK potential, and also it's a generic one too. Phoenix because you don't play any back row hate in the main deck. So this definitely helps, in drawing Mally sucks in your opening hand, so making Phoenix and discarding it in order to speed up your plays is definitely helpful. This for Trickstars, and then this is normally what you want to end on because it allows you to protect your Beast and Dark Law. Real quick, the deck is definitely a work in progress again. There are a lot of numbers that I'm playing with. And essentially, when the deck's functioning, you normally are going to end with a board that looks something like this. With a BLS and Honest Neos in your hand, or vice versa. And then if it's not the decode, it's going to be your Isolde. Yeah, no, the deck's definitely a lot of fun. I definitely want to film some dual footage soon. James, you got anything to say?
No.
Well, you heard it here first. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been Noah with Team One, and I'll see you later on in the week.